Hi, I'm Pastor Kurt, and this is your 5-minute Bible study. Today, we're going to be looking at Mark chapter 1, verses 29 through 45. Now, this section is all about Jesus healing people. It begins with Jesus healing Simon's mother-in-law, which is fine, but then word starts to get out that Jesus can do this, that Jesus can heal people. And a lot of people kind of start flocking to Jesus so that he can heal them too. Imagine the line of people kind of outside Simon's house who have heard that Jesus has healed his mother-in-law. And so now they're like, okay, let's see if he can heal me too. After Jesus heals the crowd, he then kind of takes a moment to himself. Well, Simon finds him, says, everybody's been looking for you. You've got a line of people out here. Let's keep going. Let's keep healing people. Simon, it seems, almost wants to sell tickets for these people who want healing by Jesus. Jesus, though, tells Simon, it's time to move on. It's time to go to the next town. Now, why does he say that? Doesn't Jesus want to heal people? Well, yes, of course he wants to heal people, but what Jesus wants to avoid is being seen as some kind of miracle machine. Sometimes today, we still see him this way. Think about when you pray. When you pray, are your prayers mostly gimme prayers? Dear God, give me this. Dear God, give me that. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong to bring our requests and needs to God, right? That is part of what prayer is about. But some people think that's all that prayer is about. That they think that prayer is just about us asking Jesus to do stuff for us. This is why Jesus is on the move here. Because that's not what it's about. Jesus then heads on to the next town. He meets a leper. He heals the guy. But there he tells the leper basically, shh, don't tell anybody about this. In the Gospel of Mark, we get what's often called the messianic secret. There are a number of times in this gospel where Jesus does something for somebody, like he heals them, and then basically says, don't tell anybody about this. Don't tell them what happened. Now that's really strange, isn't it? Doesn't Jesus want the word to get out? Well, think about what just happened, right? Jesus is trying to avoid being seen as this divine miracle machine. If word starts to get out that he can do this, then that's all that people are going to see him to be. Just this guy who can work miracles, everybody line up and buy your tickets, that's all Jesus is good for. No, that is not all Jesus is good for. Jesus is the Messiah, the one who suffers and dies and rises again and breaks the power of sin and death. That's what he does. All these miracles, right, that's just part of it. That's not the whole of who Jesus is, both back then and today. This section here in the Gospel of Mark makes us rethink, how do we see Jesus? Do we see him as just some kind of divine miracle machine? Do we just want him to do stuff for us? Or do we see him as the Messiah, the one who saves us from sin and death, the one who is stronger than anything else in this life, the one who loves us no matter what? Yes, his power to heal people is part of it, but that's not the whole thing. Jesus wanted to remind people of that back then, and that's something important for us to remember today too. So when you pray, it's okay to bring your needs before God, but realize that's not all that prayer is about. Instead, also remember to bring your praises and your thanksgivings and your celebrations for all that he has done for you already and all that he continues to do. He is so much more than just a miracle machine. There's your 5-minute Bible study for the day. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.